Alright, I just want to make this video real quick as I sit here and do my calc homework. Is college a scam and is it worth your time? Is something that we constantly ask ourselves on kind of a day-to-day basis. Is college really worth it? If you go into engineering, there's a 25 to 30% chance after 4 years, most likely 5, of your life of getting the job in engineering. 30% chance, okay? And then you got to also think about, is it going to be the job you want? Most likely not. It's going to be an intro job, so you're going to have to gain some experience and wait at least 2 years to get promoted. And you're going to come out the gate, wherever you are, making $60,000. Think about that. $60,000 after you spent 5 years of your life putting yourself through rigorous time and training and effort to make after tax $60,000. Now, if somebody told me when I was 18, you're gonna make $60,000 and then have to stay up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning doing homework every single day for the next 4 to 5 years to make $60,000 a year, will I say yes? No, I would definitely rethink my choices. But this is the thing, and this is what makes college a lot better than living freely and lost. Because a lot of kids nowadays, especially men, especially dudes, are living very lazy, not wanting to do anything and expecting everything to be spoon-fed to them. The problem with our generation is that we have gotten a lot of things handed to us, and life has been pretty easy. I mean, we don't have to worry about food. We don't have to worry about a roof over our head. We don't have to worry about the economy collapsing. Yeah, the economy state is pretty bad, but it hasn't collapsed. And this is the thing, that our generation is pretty easy. And realistically, if you look at the times from back then to now, we live in pretty easy fucking times. And there's no argument against that. So that's the thing. Is college worth your time? Is it really truly worth your time? No, it's not. And realistically, it's not. Okay, you can go work at a fucking shitty ass job, make 23. You can go to In-N-Out, make 23 an hour, and you're gonna be making 50K a year. You're gonna be making 10K less than somebody that went through 4 years of their life, not making any cash whatsoever in 4 years, and busting their fucking ass through college, because engineering is very difficult. Like, I'm doing it right now, and I'm starting to realize how difficult. Like, now I see why people struggle so much to make 60K a year after tax, because realistically, that's what you're going to take home. That's what you're really going to make. And you got to think about the 10% that they charge you on everything. So you're making 50K a year. 50K a year. Like, that ain't nothing. I'm telling you right now, $50,000 a year is nothing. I've made $55,000 in a year, and it's still nothing. Like, I don't have nothing to show for it, because there's nothing to show for that little bit amount of money. And that's the thing. For us to make the same amount of money 10 years ago, we need to make $70,000 to $75,000 after tax. This is the thing you got to understand. After tax. This is the most important quotient that you need to put into your head. Because to make 6 figures after tax, you need to make $160,000 salary. And if your $160,000 salary is reflected on whatever job search or career search that you do, if it doesn't reflect 160K salary, guess what? You're not making 6 figures profit within a year. So you're going to spend 4, sometimes 6 years of your life to make 60 to 80K a year, which is not livable income. You can survive on your own, but you cannot take care of your family with that amount of money. Trust me, I know. My family household, we make around 200 to 250K a year. Think about that. In a year, we make this amount of money, and yet we still struggle. And we cannot support a kid, a family, nothing with that amount of money. And that's how much we make a year, which is a shit ton of money, right? But yet, we are still living paycheck to paycheck, because that's how hard it is to live in our times. Now, we are sustaining a good amount of people. I mean, don't get me wrong, 5 people is still a good amount of people. But you got to think to yourself, and I got to think to myself, is it really worth it? No, it is not. It's not worth it if you're not ready to go through that rigorous training. Like, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm trying to tell you, be realistic with yourself and understand that the world is very hard. So you're better off in my opinion, working a part-time job and focusing all your time and energy towards a business. Not everybody has a business entrepreneurial mindset. And that makes complete sense because it's not for everybody. Even for me, it wasn't for me for the longest amount of time because I didn't believe in it. I mean, I did, but not really. And I didn't want to be looked at as an entrepreneur or as a person that works for myself because it's hard, it's scummy, and it's fucked up that people over here sell you the dream that it's this easy. You can do it in 3 months, 2 months, in a month, 90 days, whatever bullshit dream they sell you. Yeah, business loves speed, but business also loves wisdom and knowledge and understanding the principles that go into business. And this is the thing that, okay, you want to say fuck you to school because it's very easy to say fuck you to school, right? And just go straight into business. But you need to understand how hard business is. Business is going to be as equally hard as school, because you're not going to see any result. At least with school, there's a curriculum, there's a whole standard, there's a whole way of going through it. There's a whole thing laid out for you step by step, and everything that you need to do to be able to achieve a certain outcome. In business, there's none of that, okay? All the goals and all the outcomes are set by you, okay? And this is the thing about business. Business is something that takes a lot of work, and especially in the beginning, especially dependent on the business you choose. It's kind of like picking your specific major. There's some majors that are better and more powerful than others, and there's some majors that are weaker and less powerful in the real world than others, and there's some that are easier, such as liberal arts degree or I don't know, English degree. I don't really know about other majors. I just know that anything within the STEM is extraordinarily difficult, and that's why the pay is somewhat good, but it's not that good. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not that good. I'm gonna spend 4 years of my life doing homework like this, right? Doing all this homework. Look at all the homework that I've done for one class, and I'm barely starting out, right? And I'm gonna do that for the next 4 years of my life to have a chance to make $60,000 after tax per year, when I can possibly go into business after learning a lot about business, because I run my own family business. And then not only that, I have run a couple of my online personal businesses as well, although they did fail. And the only reason why they failed is because I bought into the dream. After 90 days, if you're not making money, you did not succeed. And that's the thing that you need to understand, that business takes a very long time to understand. And there's a lot of things that you can do. Money loves speed, yes, but money also loves wisdom. It also loves reasonable actions. Smart plays make you smart money. And you can't just go into business thinking, oh, the more I invest, the more I'm gonna make back, if your service or whatever you're providing isn't good. And that's the thing about business, is that you need to fine tune everything from the top of your funnel to the very bottom, to the very service itself, regardless of what you go into. And that's the thing, is that if you want to succeed in business, you have to do all the work on your own. And you're not going to see the result of your efforts for a good amount of time. And you're going to be left in that limbo of, is this the right choice? And that's why I recommend doing this, because this is what I'm doing. Do the business route and the schooling route. You knock 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, they're both extremely difficult. Yes, they're extraordinarily hard. Look at my fucking hairline. It's falling out. Yes, things are meant to be hard. But that's the thing. And that's why every person that's successful says it's very easy to beat the competition, because the competition has never been lower. And that's the thing. If you can eliminate most of your distractions, I still watch TV for an hour and a half a day, regardless of all the work that I have to do throughout the week. I can still have some leisure time. But for the most part, 10 to 15 hours of my day, I'm being productive, whether it's for school or for my business or for my personal health, because obviously I love working out, and that thing is priority. It's a non-negotiable for me. Doing my school assignments is a non-negotiable for me. Yes, I like school and everything, but does it set you up for success? Absolutely not. In today's world, it does not. And you cannot put all your eggs in one basket, especially in today's world. And that's why we live in the information age, where you can gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of information, and a lot of knowledge from a lot of different places to implement it to your day-to-day life. And all it takes is your effort. All it takes is your desire. All it takes is your ambition just like me. It took me a lot of desire, a lot of ambition, a lot of stress, and a lot of fear of fucking up within my future to start living up to my potential. And the only way you can live up to your potential is by being consistent every single day, day in and day out, without stop, without rest. I know it sounds like machine robotic work, and if it scares you, I'm sorry. It's not meant for everybody, and that's okay. But me personally, I do not want to be broke for the rest of my life. I do not want to be making $60,000 a year after tax whatsoever for myself, and I do not want to be 30 still living paycheck to paycheck, having a shit ton of debt. That's why I drive a 30-year-old car. I make fun of it, yes, but it gets me to point A to point B, but it saves me so much money, it saves me so much time, and it saves me so much effort from having to go to a part-time job to pay off my car payment or whatever it is. I can live lavishly without a car payment, and I can suck up whatever embarrassment I have to take now so I can have the future opportunities for myself later. So I'll let you guys go with that. Put in the work. It might or might not pay off. I'm not going to be here to sell you sunshines and rainbows.